What's up everybody, Anthony here, specialtymotorcars.net, and behind me you'll see a beautiful Panther, one that some of you may be familiar with. This is Grandma's Grand Marquis. When I say Grandma's car, well, go back a couple months, I don't know, maybe a month, 2 months, I don't even know how long. Some time ago I did a video when I bought this car. I bought it from a Toyota dealership local to me. It was traded in, and I had bought it and it had all of Grandma's personal belongings still in it. It's a 2006 Grand Marquis GS with the aftermarket Park Lane package, just 15,000 miles on this car. I'm gonna do a full walk around right here in this video, show you the outside, show you the inside, point out any little minor blemishes with my pointer. We'll take it for a spin, bring it back to the shop, put it in the air, tell you all the things I did to it, price, everything, phone number, all my stuff is gonna be right here in this video. Let's get into it. Sweetheart. I don't know. And here she is, a beautiful 2006 Mercury Grand Marquis GS with just 15,000 miles on it since new. A local car to me. This car was traded in at a Toyota dealership not far from my shop, not far from my house. The original owner had passed and the kids inherited this car and then ultimately traded Mom's car in. And they loved Mom so much that they traded it in with her Bible, with her St. Anthony medallions, with her holy water, with her shoes, with her plastic bag collection, with her everything. The trunk was loaded with stuff. I had to discard most of it. There's some items still in the car I left just as mementos, as trinkets from this car's history, and I'll let the next owner decide what they want to do with it. But a beautiful 15,000 mile car. It's a base GS model with an aftermarket dealer dress-up kit, this Park Lane package. The dealer probably had the wheel arch trim put on, had the chrome rocker kit put on, the pillar kit, the pinstripe, and of course the vinyl top. Makes this car really pop and really stand out. Just 15,000 miles since new. A gorgeous, gorgeous example. Color on this car is called Smokestone. It's a beautiful color. It's kind of like a silvery beige color, more of a silver than beige, but I have it in the light here at the right time of day, which is like right about now, and you can see the color kind of change on this car. It almost reminds me of the color changing on the like White Lightning type Cadillac Deville. Although this isn't a pearl color, that's the type of color it is. By day it's silver, by evening, dusk right now, you can see it turns into this beautiful, absolutely glowing kind of cashmere. It's beautiful, and I don't like browns or beiges. This car isn't that. It's more of a silver color, but it's just absolutely gorgeous out here in the sun. So that's why I like to typically I try to have a little bit more shade coverage, but you can see the glow of this car in the sun much better. It gets the color across to the next owner who might not be familiar with Smokestone. Beautiful color. 2006, 15,000 miles, fully serviced. We went through this car, did brakes, tires, rear shocks, rear calipers, all that good stuff. And you're gonna say to yourself, why'd you have to do rear shocks, rear calipers? Well, because I did. Just like the tires on this car were original. And everybody can agree that, oh yeah, tires are old, you gotta replace them. People have like a mental block that anything else needs to be done on a car with 15,000 miles. In this case, one of the rear shocks in this car was completely blown out. Just with age, that's all that did it. It was age. I don't know why. I don't know. It was blown out. There was no resistance left in it. You drove it, you felt it. We did rear shocks. One time in me driving this car, I got one of the rear calipers to hang up, so that's why we did calipers and hoses. I drive these cars, I put miles on them, I service them, I present you final product with intentions of needing nothing. So that's why I do stuff like that. It's nothing against the car. Every car is different. Every car ages different. Every part ages different. And that's where you get something like this that needs rear shocks and stuff. So we did all that. We put new white wall tires on it, of course, because, well, it absolutely needed white wall tires with all this dress-up kit. And it just really came together nicely. I had to do a few touch-ups on the front bumper. Front bumper was refinished, the rear bumper was refinished. We put new chrome strips or inserts in the bumpers there, and she just absolutely gleams in the sun. She glows, even with my shadow creeping around the back here, which I don't like. I don't know why. She's an absolutely beautiful example. Top on this car kind of complements the interior. It's like a light beige color, maybe like an ivory color. Really looks sharp. We'll get up close to it and you can see that beautiful color. Super high metallic in this paint. I mean, just look at the metallic in this thing. And again, you get it to glow in the sun there. It just really sticks out. It's really sharp. That beautiful ivory vinyl top is in beautiful shape. This car was loved. Garage. It was owned by an Italian couple in Stoneham, which, if you're from the area, you know, you could probably just picture the people in Stoneham that own this car. Sweet Italian couple. Garaged it and had a cover in it. So obviously this was Pop's and Nana's pride and joy, because they tried their best to keep it nice and they did a great job. And like I said, I had a few little, you know, Nana scuffs on the front bumper, rear bumper, but overall very nice. And they did a great job keeping it up, and that's what I like to find. And to see this car traded at a Toyota, I get it. You know, I can shit on the kids all I want, but I understand. You know, they inherit the car. Grandma's car isn't what they want. You know, if they got to buy a car for themselves or for their kids, let's trade it in. We'll get her a Toyota Camry or a RAV4. I understand, but it just breaks my heart that they left her stuff in the car, and that I had to be the one to throw it away. I know chances are they probably had to empty her house out and throw a ton of stuff away, but it doesn't break my heart as much. You know, there was just this was the car. I don't know if you remember the video. They even left the vanity plate on the front that said Fred the Third. So that was probably her husband, I would assume. You know, they went out of their way to get a vanity plate made for this car, and you know, naming the, you know, with the father's name. Why not at least take that off? You know, just. Anyways, without further ado, let's bust out my point here. Look at that glow of that smokestone metallic. Got the pointer out here. We'll start on this back corner and we'll just go around the car. I mean, this car doesn't really have much to speak of when it comes to any kind of damages. Like I said, beautiful vinyl top. You got the Park Lane emblems here. Looks like we got a needle or pine needle, something caught there. Got the vinyl goes across there. Seams, everything. You can see the grain of the vinyl is in beautiful shape. Original car light windshield. You can see the car light somewhere right there, emblem right there. I even left Nana's. This is standard equipment on any grandma's car. AAA bumper stickers. I can take it off for the next owner. I love AAA stickers because it just tells me who owned this car and gets me all excited. It does have an aftermarket Automate keyless entry system. So they added chrome pillars. You can see the chrome wheel arch trim. Those are factory chrome hubcaps and the chrome rocker kit down on the bottom. You can see here 4 brand new tires. These Maxxis MA202 is my favorite white wall for these cars. They stay nice and bright white. They balance out beautiful. They got a beautiful tread design. Really nice. Chrome hubcap is in nice shape. These are caps over steel wheels with a center cap. Pop the cap off and then they get the little locking things just underneath it. But you can see here, even in the wheel arch is nice and clean. Very clean shape. Door edges look good. Get the chrome door handles. A few little light scuffs, and you can see like a light scratch right there. Little guy right there. Down in the rocker down below here, you can see a spot where there's a scrape in the chrome there. And actually there's one on this one too, where something just must have grazed on the bottom of the stainless rocker panel. Main door, you got a couple little minor chips and some rubbing on the edge of the molding. But all the chrome, the inserts are really nice. Typically you start to see those start to get little blisters and bubbles. Really nice shape there. chrome painted mirror cap looks good. Light little scuff right there. Got these aftermarket Park Lane decals. Nice black painted, not painted, vinyl stripe down the side. A light scratch right there in the fender. Little wheel arch, it looks good. Nice tires, all brand new. Even started collecting stones for my next owner. A little bit of a chip right there in the cap. You know, a couple of the caps had a few little marks. But overall, very nice. Headlights, corner lights, crystal clear, crystal clear. Obviously garage caps. Look at how beautiful those are. Like I said, we did new chrome inserts on the bumpers, refinished front and rear covers. Absolutely perfect. You can see the chrome on the grille. It looks beautiful. Come up over the hood here. See the reflection of the building just behind me. Nice, beautiful paint on this car. Again, definitely garage kept. No question about that. Mercury insignia. Again, crystal clear headlights. Looks like a little bit of a stone chip right there. Maybe a little light scuff right on the kind of crown of that grille right there. All new chrome strips. Light little scratch right there. I think this cap, yeah, you can see down here, you can see one little spot, another little spot. Man, I must have just bumped up against the curb with the cap. A few little light scuffs on the mirror cap on this side. Molding looks good. Little guy right there. A couple little light impressions. You can see like one here, one there. A couple little guys right on the edge of the molding. Thought that was a scuff. That was just a smear. Door edge looks good here. Little guy right there, a little chip. All inside the wheelhouse looks good. And then this cap, yeah, this cap had a little scratch or scuff on the face of it there. A little spot there. Overall, nice though. You can see nice and clean in there as well. Put it up in the air when we get back to the shop. Again, beautiful vinyl top, full top on this car. Really gives it that look. Takes the car from kind of plain Jane and really gives it a sharp dress up, if you like that look. And I absolutely love that look. You know me by now, if you've been following me long enough, that I love these cars all tricked out, all with the gingerbread on them, as I call it. Down the quarter here, nice and straight. Again, we've repaired the rear cover. The rear cover had like a scuff on the edge here. They refinished the whole thing. Beautiful. And again, a new chrome strips, inserts there. Taillights are nice and bright. You got the Park Lane insignia. 06, I believe, was the first year to have the smoked inner reflectors and then still the red outer taillights. Bear with me if you got any kind of wind noise in the background. Hopefully it's not too bad. Again, just a beautiful color. You can see the metallic in this. Really, really nice. Only other small defect is you can see kind of like a little weird ripple, like right here. Something like kind of put pressure on it and made like a crease in the deck lid here. I had my PDR guy come in and try to do as best as he can to take that out. You really don't notice it unless you kind of look at it at an angle. I would say he did a pretty good job considering it's a tough spot to get in, but you can see it looks pretty good. And that is the 2006 Grand Marquis on the outside. Now, let me pull it up. I'm going to pull it in some shade. Look at how, geez, she just glows. She says, try my pasta salad. It's a homemade recipe. You'll love it. Or, hey, can I fix you something to eat? Or, Anthony, I love you, if her son was named Anthony. True, sweet little Italian woman drove this car, and it just shows. I absolutely love it. Anyways, let's get into the shade, and we'll show you the inside. All right, we're in the shade. Take a look at the inside of this beautiful Grand Marquis. It's got like a light beige, I think they might have called this camel interior. Paint code HG. You can see here, all inside the door jambs, nice and clean. The door threshold moldings, all the striker bushings, all the gaskets, of course, really, really nice shape all the way through. Power driver seat, the lumbar support. This is for those who want a big V8, rear wheel drive, simple car. No frills, no BS, very little to go wrong, just enough creature comforts. You get the bench seat, V8, rear wheel drive, power driver seat, power windows, cruise, automatic headlights, easy to use radio, knobs for climate control. For that person out there who wants that simplicity, this is the car. And that's why these cars are still so well loved today. You have headlights, you can have them on automatic, you can turn them on manually, a dimmer switch, cruise on the steering wheel here, wipers, you know, just basic stuff, but nice and simple. You can see this beautiful velour interior on this car, just really clean, really nice shape. You have the lumbar switch down here, all the carpeting, all looks good. The back seat here, and inside the jam, nice and clean. Yeah, I don't like to usually, when my customers call me and they put expiration dates on themselves, they say, oh, this is going to be the last car I'm never going to need to buy. You know, I'm in my 60s or 70s. I hear that all so often. It breaks my heart when someone says that to me, because it's like you're putting an expiration date on yourself. But a car like this, you know, if you take care of it, I mean, garage it, and this car could last somebody the rest of their life. You know, if they got 15 years of driving left, fantastic. I'm not saying that this car is only made for old people, but you know, this car, it's a 2006, it's almost 20 years old, it's only got 15,000 miles. And these are such robust cars that this car could literally last another 20 years and still look great doing it if you take care of it. And that can't be said for cars nowadays. Can you pick any car off the dealer lot, even a pre-owned car with 15,000 miles, and say, I'm going to get 40 years of driving out of this car? No, you can't, because everything built today is junk. And that's why people love these old Grand Marquis town cars. My older customer base loves what they love, and they're not gonna go with anything else. I mean, it's just beautiful velour back here, super nice and super soft, tidy. Seat backs all in great shape. I'll show you inside the trunk in a minute. Look how nice inside these jams are. 15,000 miles, you know, unbelievable. I love finding cars like this. The fact that this car was 10 minutes from my shop and 10 minutes from my house just make me love it that much more. Save me transportation costs. Just look at this, it's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Carpeting and everything is really nice shape. Yeah, it's beautiful though. Beautiful. Weather stripping, all in fantastic shape. The little armrests, typical for these to start peeling up, those aren't even peeled up. Really nice. Lock, power windows, power locks, manual passenger seat with recline here. You know, again, no frills, 50-50 split bench, got the folding down armrests, nothing crazy. How nice that is. All right, let's jump behind the wheel. All right, behind the wheel here. This is when I like to show you what I got for keys, books, all that good stuff. In this case, I got 2 keys, an original key, a valet key, 2 remotes. These are aftermarket Automate keyless entry system remotes. I'm gonna start her up. 15,543 miles. 06, so you got the updated dash, the tach, the speedometer, then the fuel and temperature gauge. As far as books, I got all the original manuals, the little pamphlets. I even have these little things that, like I said, I found in the car. These 2 were up here in the headline. You can actually see 2 little holes where Nana popped those in, but you really don't really notice them. Honestly, if I never told you, you probably wouldn't have noticed. This was hanging around the mirror, and we got, you know, just little religious trinkets. Hopefully the next owner can appreciate them, and hopefully they bless the car and the next owner. All the books and stuff, all perfect. We got power driver's seat. Pop the hood. Up under the hood here, you can see how nice this car is. Like I said, this car is a lifelong New England car. It's super clean under the hood here. Really nice shape, actually. All the hardware all looks fantastic. Brake lines, just really nice. Did a fresh oil change to this car. Well, we'll show you all the stuff when we get it up on the list. But just look how nice and tidy this engine bay is. Under hood insulation pad looks good as well. Just really nice. Coming around inside the trunk here, and you can see I have all 4 original floor mats. And the front ones are just absolutely perfect. Even like the hook doesn't have any wear on it. Back ones are in really nice shape. This one had a little stain I couldn't get out right in the top corner there, but overall really nice. Does have a full-size spare. Let's see there. Never been on the ground. Jack handle, all that stuff. Up here, this was the other little packet of things. We got some CDs. 50 all-time favorite TV themes. We got, I think, Frank Sinatra, yes, and then of course you got to have the Beatles, 62 to 66. These are the plates that I found. Well, this Fred the Third was on the front. How funny that would be if I sold this car to someone named Fred. And then this I found in the trunk, Old Fred. I feel like we should name the car Fred. I don't know. And then, you know, whoever buys this car can keep these and they can tell the story. You know what, whether you think that story is silly, stupid, you don't care, or you genuinely do, I do, because it tells us history of this car, the previous owner, the type of people they were. To have something like that, obviously made it like a sign shop, put on this car. It's probably on the car before that, and probably on the car before that. I just think it goes well with the history of this car. So we're going to leave all that stuff in there. We'll get it all buttoned up. All right, now let's head back to the shop. Like I said, power windows, all work. You have your power seat, door locks, cruise, we'll try that on the highway, wipers, oh, automatic locks, AM, FM, in-dash CD, and rear defrost, and then you have your climate control. This is not the automatic with the vacuum operated. This is no frills, nothing to go wrong, manual knobs, cold, hot, select your setting, fan speed, easy. Get your little pop out, little ashtray in there, little cigarette lighter. Look at how nice and clean all this is. Just fantastic. I love it. And I think there's a PowerPoint. Yeah, PowerPoint down here. All right, let's take it for a spin. Reflection check. Looking good, Nana. Looking good. Actually, I gotta stop calling her Grandma. We're gonna call her Fred. Fred. Maybe it's a he. We'll call him Fred. I love finding cars like this. I have a buddy of mine who is in the car automotive business, not into sales like this, but he always asks me, don't you get tired of driving, you know, getting those Grand Marquis and Lincolns? Like, You must get tired of them. I'm like, absolutely not. Especially finding cars like this. I just love finding cars like this. So let's take it back to the highway. We'll bring it up on the highway, and then we'll bring it back to the shop. Run down the list of things that we did to this car. 15,543 miles on a 2006. So next year, this car will be 10 years old. This car did a little over 1,000 miles a year. 1,500 miles a year. Did I say 10 years old next year? No. Yeah, no. 20 years old. What am I talking about? I wish 10 years old. Gee whiz. Oh my God. Do I feel old? This car, oh my God, I don't even want to talk about age anymore. Gray hairs are starting to come in for me. Just smooth, big, comfortable. And the crazy thing is, these things get really, I would say, decent gas mileage for what they are. You know, anybody who doesn't know these cars, you know, you see something like, oh, that thing must be a gas guzzler. A car like this on the highway, it's got to be low to mid 20s all day long, bopping around town in the city. I don't know, 16, 17 if I had to guess. They're really great cars. They really are. And appreciated by the people who appreciate them, underappreciated by people who don't know they exist, or people who buy new Hondas every year, or the people who own this car and traded it in for a new Toyota. This is the definition of old is gold when it comes to talking about cars. This car, if you look up the term old is gold in the dictionary, this car appears. This or like a 3800 Buick. Traffic go here. Probably think I'm some little old lady tooling around in this thing. Oh, look at this cute little grandpa and his Grand Marquis. We'll let him go. Cruise on? Why don't I have a cruise indicator? Oh, there's one of the rocks came out of my tire. Alright, let's try this again. Cruise on. Set. Well, cruise is definitely set. It's holding at 65 miles an hour. But I don't see any kind of indicator. I mean, I would think there would be an indicator, but there is no indicator saying that the cruise is on. So the cruise is on. Cruise works. I don't know. Don't know what to say there. But she cruises down the road ever so smoothly. I mean, it's just absolutely beautiful. Getting that big V8 feel. You know, power. She's got get up and go. And she's got the comfort and ride as you'd expect for a big car like this. Now, let's teleport back to the shop and jump ahead and show you the bottom side of this car. All right, bottom side of the 06 Grand Marquis. You can see here, pretty clean New England car its whole life. All the lower quarters and everything in nice shape. Light surface rust, just starting in a few little spots here on the trunk. Frame looks good. You know, again, just a little bit of light surface rust there. New rear shocks, new rear calipers, hoses, brake pads and rotors in the back. New pads and rotors in the front, new upper control arms. I think we did a fuel filter in this one too. Yes, we did. Pretty nice shape under here. Floors here look good. Again, just a little bit of light surface rust. Nothing too crazy. You know, some of these joints you can see a little bit of light surface. That looks good. Right there. I did upper control arms, ball joints, same thing on every one of these. Front pads and rotors. Did a Motorcraft oil change. See here, she looks pretty good. Any questions, you can give me a call. And there you have it. That's the bottom side of the Grand Marquis. Any questions about this car? 978-930-1004 is my number. SpecialtyMotorcars.net. You can go over there, check out all the still pictures of this car. Don't let distance stop you from getting a car like this in your driveway. One call, give me a jingle, and have this car shipped anywhere you need it to go. 978-930-1004 is my number. Again, totally appreciate everybody for watching. Thank you so much for all the support on the channel. I'm closing in on that 100,000 mark. So if you haven't subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button. I would totally appreciate it. Like, comment, share, all that good stuff. You know how the algorithm goes. The point on this car is going to be $16,995. Again, any questions, let me know. 978-930-1004. Totally appreciate you all for watching. Let me know what you think down in the comments of Nana's Grand Marquis, aka Fred the Grand Marquis. Let me know what you think. Always love reading your comments. Thanks everybody for watching. We'll talk to you on the next one.